Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Miasin and welcome to the OCG metagame breakdown number 4. This time, what is interesting about this one is that it's going to be post Rage of the Abyss. So obviously the new core set that introduced, shark support, mermaids, a lot of other like smaller things, like also like the Primordial, which is pretty good in Phantasmal Spiral and all those normal monster decks. So yeah, really promising set, but it's gonna be like getting better over time, right? Because right now I think it's not like that insane, because obviously like we still have tier 0 Snake Eye and Yubel running around in the OCG. And also Tenpai Dragon, so yeah, it's a nightmare for everyone. Don't worry, it's not just the TCG that's suffering. Anyways, first things first, we got Snake Eye, obviously still the best deck at 25%. Most builds are actually playing Fiendsmith and Azamina. We will be going over that. It's actually a really interesting splashable engine, and it's even better right now in the OCG. But I think it's just a matter of time before it's gonna die off. Not even like the Azamina package, but this deck overall. And because of the fact that the Fiendsmith Snake Eye deck will no longer be a thing, the Azamina engine, I don't even think is going to be that splashable, because it's only really good with anything that involves Sinful Spools cards. And my prediction, I might be wrong, but everybody's saying that Flambert should get banned. I personally think that original Sinful Spools Snake Eye is more problematic. I actually think that card should get banned, because that card can be generically abused by everyone, whereas Flambert, it's only in one deck, where, I mean, I guess in like 2 decks if you include like Fire King and like all those other decks, but yeah, original Sinful Spools Snake Eye, that card is kind of dangerous. It can summon any level 1 fire monster, so it really limits card design. And it also works with the Azamina package. Only 5 builds out of 23 are not playing the Azamina card, so it really speaks volume on how good these cards are. Tenpai Dragon is next up. This deck also got a huge boost again. Not even like direct Tenpai Dragon cards, but Konami just keeps printing cards that are designed to destroy combo decks. And Tenpai Dragon obviously is not a combo deck, so it benefits off of that. But the thing is, Snake Eye is still really good because they also keep printing cards that are good for Snake Eye very specifically. So they were just exacerbating the tier 0 aspect of the format by making the other decks worse and Snake Eye and Tenpai much better. So that's the reason why even Yubel is just like, it's also like way less good, is because Snake Eye is just way too good. Anyways, Memento is like doing almost 4 times worse than Tenpai. So yeah, 5 Memento, 1 Fiendsmith Memento. It's a really good deck, but I do recommend everybody to play the Fiendsmith version. I think it's a little better. I think the pure Memento build, it's extremely good, but it lacks a little bit of something. And you can also play the new Goblin Rider card. It's a really good quick play spell. I think that's probably the reason why Memento has been doing a little better, because if we look at the past breakdown, number 1, 2, and 3, Memento was pretty much nowhere to be seen. Yeah, actually it was 7, but this time out of 343. So it's a very small ratio, it's 2%. Whereas this time we have 6 out of 92. Yeah, so that's 6.5%. So yeah, it's doing drastically better, proportionally speaking. Anyways, next up we got Centurion, again without King Calamity, so this deck is still playable without the ultimate boss monster that it really just has no business playing in the first place. That card's not a Centurion card, it's a Resonator / Red Dragon Archfiend card, so if anything, they should be able to play it, and on their turn only, not on my turn. It's not your turn, or it's not our turn, it's my turn only. Anyways, Labyrinth, okay, Fiendsmith Yubel, Fall from Grace and a half, Jesus, only 4. Fire King, I think the balance also hit something, forgot, but whatever. Fire King, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, that deck is, oh my god. Sinful Spools Snake Eye Fire King, that's basically just pure Fire King, but with Diabell Star. And then Azamina, it's not really impressive, honestly, but I think with Consort Volcanics, this deck does have potential. But the issue is, I don't know, maybe it's not even that good. I don't know, and also with 1 Wanted only, it kind of sucks, honestly. Anyways, Rescue Ace, yep, alright. Fiendsmith Unchained, okay, yeah, sure. Voiceless Voice, oh, Voiceless Voice is what I consider to be a deck that has nice potential in the future, and the reason for that is because the new Molchami monster, the Fulleros, it draws you a card for each monster summoned from the deck and or extra deck. And Voiceless Voice, other than if it has to start Diviner, send the Trias, and then Tribute to summon the Novox from the deck, it doesn't really summon anything from the deck, and it really does not have to summon anything from the extra deck, unless you're really greedy and you want to go for Dinomundo. But either way, if I get hit by Furaros, I am more than happy giving 0 draws to my opponent with Voiceless Voice, because you can do so much with very little. And with very little amount of summons overall, even Parulia, you can give like 1 or maximum 2 draws to your opponent. Or again, like you can give more if you're very greedy, but no, Voiceless Voice I think has, you know, a very good, you know, chance to do well in the future. So yeah, keep an eye out on this deck. It's just, I think it's gonna be the next good deck if they murder everything that currently exists. Millennium Exodia. Okay, yeah, alright. Ritual Beast. Interesting. I mean, this deck, I think, loses to all the Molchami monsters. Porulia, you draw like 5 cards. And then Furaros. Bro, if they full combo, you draw so much that I think you can actually make a comeback through Protos. Like, regardless of what deck you're playing. Just because you draw way too much. Okay, Grand Maju, Magical Musketeer, Sprite Agent. What the flying frick? Oh my god. Flunderies, Gimmick Puppet, yeah, the FTK was not affected. All they did was limit the Gimmick Puppet of strings, and I don't believe that there are any combos where you need multiple Gimmick Puppet of strings to actually FTK. There's always a workaround, so honestly it doesn't do anything. The Dark Strings, though, you need multiple, but they only limited the normal one, which only really hurts you if you were relying on skill drain to beat your opponents when you were not FTKing your opponent. Whatever this is, Horus Bestial Tachyon, okay. Icebearer Atlantean, what? Where is the synergy? Iceberry Atlantean? Bruv, okay, just play Mermail. Where is Mermail, by the way? I'm not seeing anywhere. Anyways, Math Mechanic Nister, Melodious, Mechanical. Melodious is a deck that could be good or really be bad. I think it also loses to all the Molchami cards, so I'm a little reluctant, and it loses really hard to board breakers. So if people are doing like 3 Molchami Furaros and 3 Porulia, and then the rest just board breakers, you're gonna have a nightmare playing Melodious, like a very tough time. Anyways, Mechanco, Draco Slayer, Zark, who cares? Okay, alright, so Snake Eye. What is new about the Snake Eye deck? Well, they have a 2-card combo now, or I guess a 1.5 card combo. All they need is Sinful's Deception and a monster card. So even if you go first, the Molchamis, they can have applications where you just use them as discard or tribute fodder in this situation. And Deception is the continuous spell that gets your stuff going. So you activate the continuous spell and then you tribute your monster. Let's just say it's the Molchami monster. And then you search the Sacred Azamina. So that's the card that has kind of like the Zelda crest or something. Whatever, it's been a while since I last played Breath of the Wild. So you search that and then you activate it. You send Deception from the field to the grave. You summon the Mu Arcielago. In my last Azamina video, I said that this card sucked. I guess it's not too bad in this situation because it can search the Wanted, and in the OCG Wanted is at 1, so that's quite huge, especially if in the TCG they limited. And then use Wanted to search the Abelstar, and then you go Wanted, banish itself, place the Sinful Spell's Deception on the bottom of the deck, then draw 1 card. And then you summon the Abelstar by sending 1 card from the hand to the grave, so it also requires another discard. Either way, you're drawing a card, so it kind of refunds itself back. And then you send the original Sinful Spell Snake Eye from your deck to the Spell Trap Zone. This is where it gets really interesting. You link off the Mu Arcielago, the level 6 that searched the Sacred Azamina, and the Witch from Moon of the Close Sky. And then you go Sacred Azamina to send, shuffle back the Arcielago into the extra deck to recycle itself back from the graveyard to the hand. And then you go Sacred Azamina, send the original Sinful Spell Snake Eye that is face down off of the Abelstar to summon Azamina Rhea Silvera. And that card is the level 6 monster that can negate anything by tributing itself. And then you can use the graveyard effect of original Sinful Spell Snake Eye to banish itself, shuffle back the Diabelstar from your graveyard into the into the deck, and then you search Snake Eye Ash from your deck to your hand, and then you never use your normal summon, so you can go normal summon Snake Eye Ash and then play from there. By the way, just like we have Necrocore Princess in the TCG, in order to turn any 2 monsters into kind of full combo in a way, they also have the Lacrima, Scarlet Sorrow, which kind of ends up being the same. So the way they play it out is they would link off 2 monsters into Moon of the Close Sky, and then they would turn it into the Requiem, and then this time, instead of summoning the Fiendsmith, they summon the Scarlet, and then that sends the Fiendsmith, and then they can summon back the Fiendsmith by shuffling back the Link 1 or the Moon of the Close Sky, and then they link off the Fiendsmith as well as the Scarlet in order to make the sequence, and then they have Fiendsmith, Scarlet, and either the Link 1 or the Link 2 in the grave, and then they can fuse for the Fiendsmith Lacrimosa, and then revive back the Fiendsmith, and then they can make a Beatrice, send Snake Eye Ash, Promethean Princess, revive back the Snake Eye Ash, etc, blah blah blah, full combo. So one Snake Eye Ash doesn't change shit. As long as you can get 2 monsters on the field, that is going to be full combo and a half. So yeah, again, even if you draw like the Molchami monsters going first, it's not the end of the world. They're so good going second that you absolutely just have to main deck them. They really are that insane. And yeah, you really have to play a lot of hand traps in order to have a defensive strategy when you are getting a hand trap yourself to death. So we're seeing 3 Ash, 3 Max C, 3 Molchami, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, so that's 15 hand traps, as well as 4 anti-hand trap cards. So yeah, 19 non-engine from what I'm counting. And we're seeing a bare minimalistic Snake Eye package. So we're only seeing 1 Flamberge, no Snake Eye Diabelstar, only top 2 Populace, concerning the fact that Snake Eye Ash is a 1. Only 2 Fiendsmith, even though it's a 3. No Divine Temple, and only 1 Tractus. And Bonfire is also semi-limited. So yeah, this deck is kind of inconsistent, but on the bright side, we did get Sinful Spell's Deception, which is a 1.5 card combo. So if you draw this and any like hand shot, pretty much, you still get to play the game. So it's not like the end of the world. And I think that Fabled Lurie is also a full 1-card combo. 15 1-card combos, that's like a 91% chance of getting your stuff going. It's not too bad. Maybe a little more, actually. Yeah, there was the Wanted and the original Sinful Spell Snake Eye. So that's maybe like 17, maybe like 93, 94% chance. It's not too bad. Obviously, I want the deck to be as consistent as possible because I'm really like allergic to bricking. And also, even when you only draw like 1 engine card, if your opponent has that 1 hand shot, then you lose anyways. I guess they also have Max C, so that increases the consistency of their deck. And they also have the new Molchemy monster, which is the main focus of next format. Everybody's deck building around it, and you know, it all involves this card. The extra deck we're not really gonna go over, but yeah, there is the Rhea Silvera. That's the name of the card. I'm pretty sure they all have like weird names, but yeah, Rhea Silvera, the Negate, and Mu Arcielago. Yeah, everything else is basic, whatever, who cares. Cyframe Delta and Gamma, okay. This can negate the Sinful Spell's Deception, or it can negate Wanted or something to search the Diabell Star. But I don't think I would negate Wanted. I don't know, maybe there's like a really good application for that. And then there's also the Trap, Silvera, which can negate anything. It's not too bad. And Dramatic Chase, that's actually a really good package. It gets you to play the game eventually, because the Diabell Star is just a good card overall when you have it in rotation, because once it's sent from the field to the grave, you can revive itself back again, and then you set your Wanted, and then next turn you search another Witch, and then that gets you to Original, Sinful Spell Snake Eye, etc, blah blah blah. So it's a very good package when you know for a fact that you're going first, but going second, it's obviously really bad, so that's the reason why people are no longer main decking it. They really have to have the best deck going first and second. And the Artifact package on the side is absolutely filthy. I can't believe they actually had Scythe unbanned for that long, because in the TCG, bro, if we had Scythe, you already know the amount of degenerate decks that would involve Scythe and Dagda. But yeah, cool stuff, even though nobody cares. Okay, Tenpai Dragon now. Yeah, this should not be legal, man. This is so disgusting. Look at the amount of hand traps. This is stupid. I love turning this into a game where I count the amount of hand traps, and I actually like ask you guys, do you think that this is good for the game? Do you think that we're heading into the right direction? Because I absolutely do not think that things are going well. 2 Nibiru, 2 Shifter, 1 Magnamut, 3 Furaros, 3 Ash, 3 Maxi, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, and 3 Dominus Impulse. So that's 4, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23 hand traps. 23 hand traps in a 40 card deck. There are 17 engine cards. 2 of them do nothing, and then the other 15, they are all 1 card OTKs. Yes, Tenpai Dragon is absurd right now. It's absolutely correct. Even if you limit the field spell, if you limit prosperity, it doesn't change much. It's still unfair. And some people in the TCG, they've also been saying, oh, we should also limit the Kaimen. It's still not enough, because what Konami is going to be doing is that they're going to nerf the living crap out of everything, and then they're also going to give the deck Molchemy Furaros, so Tenpai Dragon is still going to be top tier, even if all they do is limit these 2 cards. I actually say one of the Tenpai Dragon monsters have to get banned. Maybe Fedora, maybe the white, maybe the red, I don't know, but something somewhere just has to die. Well, maybe not the red, because then they literally cannot play the game since they won't have a level 4, but whatever, you get the point. Yeah, no, this deck is just not enjoyable to play against. It's one of the most frustrating deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! For sure, at least to play against. And yeah, by the way, 23 hand traps in the main deck, and we're citing 5 more just for fun, you know, why not? We don't have enough of them. And also 3 Joblit, and 3 Heatwave, and a random-ass Nightmare Phoenix, even though the extra deck space is usually not tight. At least in Tenpai Dragon, usually you can have like 1 or 2 useless cards that you never summon. Like, for example, I don't think you're ever summoning the Moonlight Dragon. You might as well cut this one, and then main deck the Nightmare Phoenix. Like, what are you doing, bruv? Yeah, either way, though, I don't think you're going that often into the side. Yeah, no, I don't know. I really don't like Tenpai Dragon. I don't want this deck to keep surviving. It also gives like a really bad rep to Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, like, oh, what did you lose to? I got shafted. I got hand shaft 4 times into OTK. So yeah, have fun at your tournaments when all you suffer is like the exact same thing every single time. It's just not enjoyable. And yeah, bro, it's every deck is just the same. Like I said, they all play so many hand traps. They make big boards going first, or they kill going second. There's no interesting back and forth anymore. That's just completely over. Maybe there might be some, I don't know, some light in the future, but we're gonna have to have like a nasty ass ban list, because the OCG had like a super soft ban list. Snake Eye deck is still completely playable, and in the TCG, yeah, just it's about the same actually. I want to say, well, to be fair, we've had like literally no ban list. Borreload and Baron banned, like, ooh, nobody cares. But yeah, in conclusion, like I said, the Azamiya package is really good, and then everybody's trying to play Molchami for Aros because that card is really that insane, and it's always a discard fodder. So in this deck, it's going to be the discard fodder for the field spell. And also, even if you're going first in the Tenpai Dragon deck, you can still use Molchami for Aros on your opponent's turn. So you make Hieratic Seal pass with nothing else. And then when you use the effect of Hieratic Seal to bounce back something, it tributes itself as a cost, so you technically have no monsters for a slight duration. And then you chain Molchami for Aros, while you still do not have a monster summon off of Hieratic Seal. And then your opponent is under the 4 Aros, and the Hieratic Seal can bounce and summon a monster from the deck, which is usually Magnamut, so that it gets you a follow-up for next turn. Or you can search whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a lot of good cards that you can summon. So yeah, in conclusion, everything is disgusting. This format sucks, this game sucks. I mean, not really, but I mean, at the moment, yes. So yeah, hopefully this something can be brought to, to change the state of the current game. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.